Hi, I'm Andrea Corr. Welcome to AOL Music Sessions.
Hello boys, I know you're watching me. I think that I like it.
I love singing, and I love, I'm so happy with this record and the whole experience of it. Bono and Gavin Friday are I'm lucky to have them as my friends in Dublin, and we're always playing what each of us is doing, at the time. And so as I wrote these songs on the piano, when we'd be together, I'd play what I'd written to them, and their belief in the songs really gave me the courage to go ahead and make a solo record. And it was Bono that got me in touch and got me that meeting with Nelly Hooper, who I really admired and wanted to produce the record. So Bono made that call, said, my friend has written these songs and I think they're great, and will you meet her? So that set up this terrifying kind of audition process where I met Nelly for the first time, said, hi, how are you? And then he sat behind me while I played him everything I'd written on the piano. And in the meantime, made a CD, and he went off with that and listened to it, God love him. And in a couple of weeks' time, I got a message on my mobile saying that he's listening to my songs and that we're going to make the most amazing record together. So that's how it all began.
See me walking down the avenue, I look like a waitress, but I don't serve anything you've ever tasted.
Well, Hello Boys is the story of the madame of a brothel. She's all-powerful, there's not to be pitied, so it's fantasy. A lot of these songs I wrote when I didn't realise I was going to make a solo record. So I had fun, and so you can create characters, you can just try on. I suppose it kind of goes along with my interest in theatre. There's something about performing and singing and, basically showing your diary to a lot of people that is selling, and that's kind of the business she's in too.
Now you won't do that. Hello, boys.
The inspiration for the album is varied, but I suppose what I would think my biggest inspiration is people watching. That's what I get my biggest kick out of. It's obviously really, really different doing it with just acoustic guitar when the album is quite dramatic and produced by Nelly Hooper. So it's I really like to do that. They kind of can take on a whole new feel, like Hello Boys almost sounds like it's in some grotty pub in Nashville or something, which it doesn't sound like on the record. So both intimate performances and larger arenas are great in their own ways, The thing is that with a massive audience, your challenge is to make it feel intimate, and that you feel like you've spoken in everybody's ear, You don't have that challenge with the intimacy, but you're very exposed at the same time, You can see everybody who can see you. They're both great though. They're both good.
You're alive, and your covenant to lie, that promise you'll be keeping, I'm sure.
Stupidest Girl in the World is about, I think, something that all of us go through. We find ourselves back in situations that we know are bad for us, but we are there again anyway. How did this happen? I must be the stupidest girl in the world. So it's kind of the story of a girl who likes creeps, or maybe just likes people who aren't good for her.
What am I doing back here? I thought I'd finished with you, but I'm starting again. What am I gonna do now? But do you really love now? Getting broken again.
It's strange to look back because in actual fact I'm doing this longer than I'm not. I started at 15. We had an amazing time, we had amazing success. We worked very, very hard, and we had a lot of hard times too, but ultimately it was a massive, massive success. And then all the way through going to America, first record deal, second record, then it exploding in the UK and all that kind of thing. We would be very often in very Spinal Tap situations in America while, you know, our parents were celebrating success over here. Like, we would be doing an in-store signing for one person or something in Detroit. In the meantime, it was like #1 and #2 here. I mean, it was crazy. I feel really proud of it, to be honest. I feel proud of my family, and I do. It's quite crazy. It's really crazy. I think we must have been totally nuts.
I don't wanna lie, saying it's alright staring at the walls when our lives and they're 10 feet high. No, I'm not done.
10 Feet High is one of the last songs I wrote for the record. It's basically a song about the end of love, you know, when love just ends, and, you know, you'd love if there was like, if you had something to blame the other person about, if they did something wrong or you did something wrong. But I think it's particularly devastating when it just stops and it's over and you actually just have to admit your time is up. So from having gone from a time when you made each other feel 10 feet high to a time when you're just imprisoned by it.
I won't let it go, 'cause when summer has left the room, this curtain is closing. I'm not staying to see the end. I won't watch it grow old. When summer has left the room, this curtain is closing.
Well, I think the internet has obviously had a dramatic effect on music in a lot of ways. You know, illegal downloading has really had devastating effects, and it's just not right to steal music. It just isn't right. I think what's really, really great about the internet is that people that we never get to hear about, or, you know, everybody really has a chance, whether backed by a record company or not. And I think that's wonderful. The point is really we have to embrace it, which I obviously am, and happy to, and as much as I'm a technophobe, it's wonderful.
You planted me in foreign ground, a pen within a hand.
Shame on You, To Keep My Love From Me is a song that I wrote in Dublin, in my house. Most of them I wrote there. I had just read the book Birdsong by Sebastian Faulks, which is about World War I, and it's completely devastating and harrowing as it is, and basically close the book and look around and find it's all absolutely relevant today. So the song is really about the immense waste of war, the waste of life, basically from the perspective of us that lose these people, you know, the young men and women that go out to war in their 20s and their lives over, and so the children that aren't born, the children that are left behind, the mothers, the fathers, sisters, brothers, all the beautiful things that we get to have in life that they don't in their 20s. It's just, I just find it's an immense, profound waste.
Come on, come join, come join, come join us. You're better young, come join us. You be a man and come join us. You're big and strong, come join us.
What is propelling me to do anything is my love of music and how proud I am of this record. But I do have to push myself to do this. You know, I have to push myself to do it on my own and to talk on my own. And, you know, it's challenging to me. I suppose I have to do it. I suppose, like I've always said, that we shouldn't do things that we're complacent about or nonchalant about. I think as soon as you get, like, you could phone it in, just give up, you know, and do something else that does challenge you. That's what I said, and now I have to go by that, so I'm glad I'm doing it.
Change his name to Number, but he's somebody's child.
I think it was fine. I've got a really sore throat, so that was a bit of a struggle for me, but I think I got through it. Thank you for watching. I hope it sounds good on your computers, and thanks for supporting me going out on my own. Thank you. And the rest of my family, say hi, if you're interested. If you're not, they didn't say hi to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.